Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of my complete CD collection video. Or videos, I guess, seeing as how this is multiple parts. Last we left off with the virus that won't die, but hopefully will. And then we have, kicking this section off, we have the best of Santana. Celebrate Santana's 30th anniversary, 77 minutes of music. Brand new for the time, digitally remastered, liners, photos, and family tree. So this must be, I love this artwork. Of course it's a Spanish themed, or I don't know, I'm not too sure what kind of theme this is going for, but we'll pull out the book. I know I didn't do this in the last video for all of the stuff, but this is a special poster, I guess, if you wanted to have it, or not necessarily a poster, but sort of just a, so there's the family tree they were talking. This is sort of stuck together, because it's just so old, I guess. There's the family tree. Santana number 4, Santana number 5, Santana 6 through 16. Wow, 16 Santanas. That's a lot of Santanas. Sanatas. Ananas. So we'll go ahead and put that back in here. Again, I love this, the artwork of this CD. Like, it's very distinct. It's very straightforward and to the point, but it's also very, very pleasing to look at, I think. I know artwork is subjective, like music itself, and also a lot of things. But I definitely find that very, very pleasing to look at. Certainly not everyone's tastes, but, you know, everyone has their own thing, you know? Gotta respect everyone's thing, even if you don't really like it too much. Then we have Evermork. This is the Astral Forest Winds. If you're ever in need of, like, a very powerful, very angry sort of music, this is very much that. There's only 3 songs on this album. Outer Meteor Shower, The Comet, and Death Is Soon. I don't know how more metal you can get than this, than a song called Death Is Soon. You know, that's just, maybe a band named Death itself. I know I'm touching my face. I'm gonna wash my hands, you dingus, don't worry. This is Spiritual Healing. I think we all know a special pastor who's going around the news now, who kind of relates to this dude right here, trying to beat the ever-living daylights out of somebody who's got some money in his pocket. Who does that remind you of? Who does that remind you of? Some guy who hates everyone? There's a little better close-up image. Look, he's got his hand on the dude. He's got a couple ones. Are those... Let's just say those are hundreds sticking out of his pocket, because he's so greedy. He can just flaunt his wealth right in his watch pocket right there. So like that's him. The people behind him are like, yes, go, yes, yes. But he's just like, save me from this asshole. Which I think a lot of people are thinking right now. Moving on, we have Horror and Terror. This is another. This is Frightening Sounds Part 1. We've got sounds such as Crematorium, Demon Drill, Falling Yell number 2, Vomit 1, Vomit 2, Grunts, Farts, Eeks, Flies, Growly, Gasping, Various, Groans, Various, Dig Your Own Grave, Chisel Your Own Tombstone, Haunted House. These are all spooky. I don't know why I have this. I just thought it was interesting. Just thought I'd read you guys some creepy stuff. And then we have here Nutmeg sense. A lot of this stuff, I don't know why I bought it. It just seemed very weird, and I just had to have it in my collection. Very weird album, Weapon of Choice. Weapon of Choice. No, what's actually creepier? This might be Alice in Chains. It is Alice in Chains. Singer died 17 years ago today, as of the recording of this video. I don't know why I said that so cheerfully. Why did I say that so cheerfully? No, that's not cheerful. That's upsetting. That's sad that he died 17 years ago today. I mean, there's nothing I could do about him passing away. I wasn't there. I wasn't even aware of Alice in Chains 17 years ago. Still, it's very unfortunate to hear about his passing. And then we have Marilyn Manson, CD number 2. Very interesting. I think this is imported from the UK. Yes! Well, it's made in the UK. Probably imported over here as well. Then we have 3 songs. Very interesting. Very Marilyn Manson-esque, if you ask me. And then this album I actually found over in, I think I found it in France. I think I found it in the French equivalent, or the European equivalent of Best Buy here in the States. And this is Black Stone Cherry. Folklore and Superstition. That was one of the things I wanted to do in my trip to Europe, was not only hang out with family and friends, but also hunt for some music. Because I feel like no matter where you are, that's a good opportunity to explore that culture's music if you have not yet experienced it. And then I ended up coming back with an album from a band located here in the States, which, tell me how that happened. And then we have this one, whatever this one is. Again, I know I'm touching my face and rubbing my nose, but I'm gonna freaking wash my hands, you losers. Then we have the Erector. The Erector. Can you tell I want to be a voice actor? I don't know if you can. The album itself is actually a very dramatic change from the rest of the album. It's all black, right? I feel like I'm putting on a fake facade here. I don't know if I am. It's blue, calm sight, the Erector. Very interesting. Then we have the Lost Lonely Boys. This was actually not mine, this was my mom. She was very obsessed with Santana and the Lost Lonely Boys. This is the only album of theirs that I have in my collection. And then we have another compilation album on CD. This is Rock and Roll Hits of the Movies. Movies. Rock and Roll of the Movies. Again, it's another California Sun, Give Me Some Lovin', The Big Chill, Good Morning Vietnam, Platoon. These are from all the movies that came out during that time of 1954 to 1965. Well, actually, no, there's some from 1959, or 1958 is the latest, or 1956 is the latest, and then I think 1978 or 1975 is the most recent song that's on this album here. Then we have one from the band Green Day. I think this was my sister's, or maybe I bought it. This is their greatest hits. God's Favorite Band. I don't know, I think God's Favorite Band is Death. I'm just putting myself out on the limb there with that one. Another one we have is the Jackass 2? Jackass number 2 soundtrack. Don't know why I have it. I kind of watch the Jackass movies and show, and I follow Steve-O. So maybe that's why I have this. I'm also very nostalgic for those eras. Rest in peace, Ryan Dunn. We have a local band here. I don't know exactly where these guys are from. Probably somewhere around where I live. Recorded in Hell's Basement, USA. Cool. The Brooklyners. Brooklyns. I don't know why it's the Brooklyners, but it's the Brooklyns. I don't even know if Brooklyners is a real thing. Moving on, we have Shroud of... Shroud of... whatever that is. I don't know. White Soul Descent from Oak Knoll Productions. Oh, it doesn't get any better in here. It's all purple, which I don't like. I don't mind purple. I like purple. And tears shall flood the earth, maddening hue. Forever will I burn, descent in emptiness. That's on this one. I would give that a recommend. Then we have The Cult right here. The Cult. You show this to anyone, they think you might be in The Cult. But anyway, this is what the back of it looks like. I swear to God, I'm not on any drug. Ooh, look at the ram. It's got the 5 points. It's got the nose, and it's got 4 things on it. That's so cool. And then the thing, I swear to God, I'm not on drugs. I might be on drugs. Then to round out this shelf, we have a couple albums, couple good albums. We'll start from back here. We got the BOC, the Blue Oyster Cult. A lot of The Nice Price. It's The Nice Price. This is Agents of Fortune. If you don't know, this album has Don't Fear the Reaper. You know, the one that goes doo 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 doo. You've heard of it. You've heard the song. The More Cowbell. That one. Listen to it if you've never heard it before. Then we have Korn. Everyone loves Korn, whether you're listening to Korn, popping Korn, eating it from the cob. Who doesn't like Korn? Grammy nominee. I think this album is Peachy, or Life is Peachy? I think. Can't. There we go. Yeah, Life is Peachy. And Broken, apparently. That's the album right there. I gotta fix that real quick, because I don't like broken things. But my life is broken. We got a couple albums right here, right, that are really mean a lot to me. And they're very special to me, they're very valuable to me, and they're probably the albums that I will keep for the longest. And I know this band isn't really liked by everybody, but they're my favorite band. I listened to them since I was a kid, since they started back in the very, very early days, in the very early, like the dawn of the 2000s, and that is Linkin Park. Hybrid Theory. I think this is the same album that I have had since I was a kid, or maybe not this one. I think I've had another one. Might be in my other CD bag, which we'll get into probably in a future video. But I mean, look at Chester right here. That, and Mike with his red hair. This is like the definition of the very late 90s and very early 2000s. Dude, I will never sell this. Got the album, the red album there. This is what put them on the map. Got Paper Cut, One Step Closer with You, Points of Authority, Crawling in the End, probably the most well-known song from that album. I would listen to this one, Hybrid Theory, and I would also listen to Reanimation a lot. And I found this at, I think I found this at a Newbury Comics before they shut down. Well, they didn't, not all of them shut down, but, or no, I found this at another local record store near me, and it was still wrapped in the plastic. I should have left it in the plastic, but I took it out. This is a combination CD, DVD. Got the DVD on one side and the CD on the other. This was very popular back in the 2000s, because compact discs are very good at storing things. So that people would do this. They would have. It was very popular with laser discs as well. If you don't know what those are, look them up. But you could flip them. It was sort of like the same thing with a record, like a vinyl record. Back in the day, you could flip them over. And the final record for this, the final album for this video, is one that got me through a very difficult time in my life not too long ago. It's Mike Shinoda's Post-Traumatic. This album means a lot to me. It definitely helped me get through a very rough time in my life last year. I was going through a lot of mental shit, and this album dropped. And obviously, you know, Chester Bennington passed away a couple years ago, 3 years ago almost, this July. And this album came out probably about a year or so after Chester passed away. And I was going through a very emotional time. I was very depressed. I was very sad and just not feeling well. And this album came out, and it sort of gave me hope, really, is what it did for me. And it sort of guided me through, and it helped me, and it still does, even now. So it's a very, very good album that I don't think I'll ever get rid of. So that's gonna do it for this video right here. I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, thanks for watching.